This is Teach Nagaland. Today I'm so excited because we're going to start a new chapter in class 10. That is chapter 8, Introduction to Trigonometry, and we will solve some questions from exercise 8.1. So these are some of the questions that I have written down that we'll be solving in this video. But before we start solving these questions, I want to explain some basic concepts that will help us understand what is trigonometry and how do we go about solving the questions that is given in exercise 8.1. Okay, so for trigonometry, let me just explain some ideas about trigonometry here. I'll tell you a story. Suppose this is you, okay, and there is a mountain in your village which is so high, so high. This is so high that no human being, no one in the village, no one in the world has ever tried to conquer this height, okay, the height of the mountain. But you, as a scholar, as a scientist, or as someone, you want to know the height of this. So is there any way to know the height of the mountain without even reaching the top, without even measuring the height from here to here? Is there any way to find the height of this mountain without measuring this? Okay, this is the question. Very interesting. Yes, there is a way. This is where trigonometry comes in. How do we solve without even going to the top, without even taking a measuring tape from here and going to the top? How do we find it without using any scientific instruments? How do we find the height of this mountain without even going to the top? This is where trigonometry comes in. Okay, all right, so how do we do this? You can find the height of this mountain if you know the distance from the base of the mountain to where you are standing. If you know this distance and somehow you are able to know this angle, that is the angle from the top of the mountain to where you are standing, that is your viewing angle. If you know this angle, if you know the length, the distance from the base of the mountain to where you are standing, you can find out the height. You can find out this height without even measuring. Okay, this is the beauty of trigonometry. Okay, so itu janigina. Now we will I'll give you some ideas how to solve this. Trigonometry always involves a right angle triangle, meaning a triangle where one side is 90 degree, where one side is right angle triangle. It can either be like this or it can either be like this, in any way. Okay, the right angle can be here, the right angle can be here, can be here, can be here, it doesn't matter. Okay, so there are some values, there are some relations, trigonometric relations that we have to know, which are called, but before that, suppose if this is the angle, okay, if this is the angle here, this the side opposite to the angle is called perpendicular, and this side is called base. Okay, and the longest side in the triangle is called hypotenuse. Okay, so for this triangle, when our angle is here, opposite to the angle will be perpendicular, this will be base, and this will be hypotenuse. Now for a triangle like this, where the, suppose our viewing angle is this, okay, angle is here, you're standing here, you're viewing from here, that means the side opposite to you to the angle will be perpendicular, this will be base, and the longest side will be the hypotenuse. Okay, so there is a relation between this three sides, which is called as Pythagoras theorem. This will come in very handy. Pythagoras theorem. Pythagoras theorem states that, you know, the longest side in this triangle h square will be equals to p square plus b, p square plus b square, meaning the square of the hypotenuse is equals to the square of the other two sides, ap square plus pc square. I'm sure you know this, okay? If you don't know this, please, this is called Pythagoras theorem. You will use this theorem in many other chapters as well. So please, if in any triangle APC, the longest side, okay, that is here, the longest one is AC. AC square is always equals to the sum of the squares of the other two sides, which is AP square plus PC square. Okay, itu kita janibo. The second thing is trigonometric values, trigonometric relation, or you know, values, all this. For a triangle A, B, C, this is 90 degree, and if the angle is here, suppose let's call it theta for now. You can call it angle C, you can call it anything, but there are certain relations that you have to remember. The trigonometric relations, the trigonometric values are called, you know, you might have heard of this. If you don't know anything about trigonometry, please pay attention. The first is called sine, okay? Sine, cos, done. Okay, so for sine here, we're using the angle theta, okay? This is theta, here C. So sine theta, cos theta, tan theta, this value will be perpendicular by hypotenuse. This is base by hypotenuse. Then value is perpendicular by base. You have to remember this, okay? Sine is perpendicular by hypotenuse, cos is base by hypotenuse, tan theta value is perpendicular by base. Okay, so in our triangle, if the angle is here, perpendicular is opposite to the angle, that is AB, hypotenuse is AC, base that is PC by AC. Here perpendicular is AB by PC. Okay, this will be the values. Sin theta value, cos theta value, tan theta value will be this. Okay, so once again, sin theta is perpendicular by hypotenuse, cos theta is base by hypotenuse, tan theta is perpendicular by base. If you want to remember this, if you are so new to this, you can't remember this, what do I do? How to remember that sin theta is equals to base by hypotenuse, cos theta is equals to, perpendicular by hypotenuse, cos theta is equals to perpendicular by, what am I saying? Base by hypotenuse, tan theta is equals to perpendicular by base. You can remember a stupid, meaningless bomb that is, like, what do I say? Can you remember this? Some people have curly black hair turns permanently black. Okay, some people have curly black hair turns permanently black. Absolutely makes no sense, but if you remember this poem, then you can say that, you know, SPH, meaning sin theta is equals to perpendicular by hypotenuse, cos theta is equals to base by hypotenuse, and tan theta is equals to perpendicular by base. Okay, so once you remember this, we will be able to solve the questions that are given in the exercises. But before that, again, there are three more values, which is called San, cos, tan, and then I would love to continue by saying cot theta, sec theta, and cosec theta. Okay, so once you remember this tree, it's easy to remember this tree, because cot theta is nothing but the opposite of this. Tan theta is perpendicular by base, so cot will be simply you flip these values. Okay, so this will be base by perpendicular. Itu ulta-pulta ho jadi. This b will go up, this b will go up, p will come down. So the relation, just assume that there's a relation between tan theta and cot theta, because tan theta value is perpendicular by base, cot theta value is base by perpendicular. So it's like reverse. Even for sec and cos, you just reverse it, h by b. Okay, so again, cos theta relation and sec theta relation. So cos theta is perpendicular by hypotenuse and sec theta is hypotenuse by perpendicular. Again, the relation is reverse. So cosec theta is again hypotenuse by perpendicular. Reverse of this. Reverse of this, again you can write sin theta and cosec theta. Sin theta value is perpendicular by hypotenuse, cosec is hypotenuse by perpendicular. There is a relation. Okay, now if we remember all this, let me make a summary of what I've told you. Trigonometry will involve a triangle like this, where one angle is 90 degrees and our angle is either here or here. Considering that this is the angle here, this will be perpendicular, this will be hypotenuse, this will be the base. Okay, but for a triangle where ABC, where our angle is here, this will be perpendicular, this will be base, this will be hypotenuse. Okay, into position we have learned about Pythagoras theorem as well, where the hypotenuse square is equals to the sum of the other two squares. Okay, and then we've learned the value of sin theta is equals to perpendicular by hypotenuse, cos theta is equals to base by hypotenuse, tan theta is equals to perpendicular by base, cot theta is equals to reverse of this, base by perpendicular, sec theta is equals to hypotenuse by base, reverse of this, cosec theta is equals to hypotenuse by perpendicular, that is reverse of this. Okay, using these values, using this relation, we will start solving exercise 8.1. I think we will start solving only in the next video, so that the video doesn't become very long. So these are the questions that I was intending to solve, but I will solve these questions using these relations and values in the next video. Okay, so if you have any doubts, please ask by dropping in a comment below. If you are new to trigonometry, please watch this video again, try to learn all these values, and I think once you have understood the relation of sine, cos, tan, cot, sec and cosec, we're good to go. Okay, so see you in the next video. Thank you.